Morning everyone, welcome back to Control. So we are in the executive suite,
The situation's getting
our
worse.
sector,
I saw Trench and
at the
Darla
control
arguing
point.
a couple
Let's
weeks
just
ago.
check
Trench
these
was
things real quick.
furious. You
Try to
don't think
remember where we were.
Darla-
So we need to kill people with launch without getting hurt. For our random prime weapon mod, I'm interested in that. Let's see if we can find some easy dudes. Just kill 3 of them and run away. Kill demolition experts anywhere. Kill enemies in with service weapon in spin mode.
Don't be stupid. What would the Bureau's golden child have to gain from killing the boss?
Let's see. We'll go up towards the cafeteria, and then through dead letters, maybe find some guys there. There's some people. Oh, it's... Where are you? That's 3. They're like downstairs. Four. Did I see one back there? There we go. Let's get out of here before we get hit. Because we did have that annoying issue where we had to kill guys without getting killed, and we killed them. We got all 50, and then we died, and the quest reset. So I think probably if I get hit now, I'll have to kill the 5 guys again. Alright. Collect reward? Shatter projectile boost. Yeah. Not my favorite type of thing. That would be a level 3 random rare. Hiss elevated. Sure. So spin, demolition, elevated. Alright. In terms of our quests, apparently there's something new in maintenance. I keep on seeing these. I think... But go do it real quick. Like, I don't mind. It's nice and fun. NSC energy converters. But I think we're going to get tired of those real quick. These, like, little bounties. Maybe they'll be demolition experts. Oh, we got guys coming in. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, that was a demolition expert too. Oh dear. I need to get some heals, please. Nope. Bureau alert failed. I had the shield up. I guess they can still kill me when I have the shield up. Ah, well. We need to progress with the story anyway. Okay, so let's go right back to Central Executive, and then from there we can just take the sector elevator. Oh, did we kill the guys with spin enough? No, we only got a couple of them. Meh. Okay. Find Marshall in the research sector. And apparently there's going to be mold people. Because we saw a bounty for one. There are mold hosts. There's also this containment sector I'm curious about, but we'll go to the research sector first. It's a lovely building. I'd love to work here. These big open areas with trees. This is beautiful. Lockdown lifted.
I'm Dr. Captain Garland, head of research. Somebody thought this video would make for great internal communications. I'm looking at you, Mr. Tomasi. So, this is where the magic happens. Anyway, I've been here for 24 years now. I've always been here. And through those years, we've made astonishing discoveries, authored studies of grave importance, and in all this work, there is one thing we know, and that's how little we truly know. Rest assured, we're committed to keep pushing the known laws and borders of reality, and to make the Bureau proud. So, welcome. Assuming you have the necessary clearance, and do follow the safety protocols. Read the manual. Otherwise, bad things will happen.
I like him.
Research
He's cool.
sector, huh? Home of the Bureau's mad scientists.
Well, looks like we got a lot of ways to go. Down there, looks like there's a threshold. Hello. Not sure how suited this weapon is, given how dodgy they are. Ow! Okay, wow, that really hurts. Oh dear. Okay, well, this could got bad. Does that go away? Yeah. Good so far. Get some heals. Where's the demolition guy? There you are. We done? Whew. Okay. Those are getting more challenging. Yeah, we got something. More intrusive patterns. We have his presentation of the research sector. His sniper. Bureau snipers specialize in eliminating threats from a distance, using the telltale searchlights affixed to their rifles to search for targets. His snipers are no less lethal. The corruption has not changed their tactics. They clearly prefer to maintain a good distance from a target, waiting in elevated positions for a clear shot. Care should be taken in open spaces, check the balconies. The rifles they are equipped with, a bayonet for close quarters combat, and his snipers are well aware of how to use it. Okay. Oh, and the safe. We never got that one. The object is a guardhouse brand home safe. Weight measurements vary. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to telekinetically gather items and debris from the surroundings. The object is currently bound to me. Discovered in the basement of a home in Ohio, the object gained rapid interest in certain online forums dedicated to opening abandoned safes. Oh, for some reason I was reading that as if the object gained interest. Rather, people became... Interest was accrued by the safe. After months of failure, the owner attempted to open it with explosives. The object survived with no physical damage. Bureau agents were dispatched, now confident of its paranatural nature. Blood occasionally emerges from seam around the object's door. Tests confirm the blood is not human. X-rays taken of the object indicate something is trapped inside. though the images are always blurred, which indicates the contents of the object are moving. Oh, that's great! All attempts to open the object have been successful. Whoa, that's terrible. There's something alive in there. Not human. A possible AWE in which an unnamed individual experienced transcorporeality via a phone line. Event is notably similar to some other AWE. Event is believed to have been caused by something, and as a result, the following measures have been taken to prevent some other thing. That is so uninformative. Okay. Well, fighting the enemies kind of led me down that way. But what if I've gone up? I'm just taking a look. So we're kind of in the middle. So we're looking for Marshall, not Darling. But I don't know where, just somewhere in here. Hey, so I was just wondering about the plants in research. Is it really necessary to sing to them? I mean, that janitor does have a nice voice, and the plants sure seem to like it. Maybe he could just switch it up a bit? I'm getting pretty tired of the tango. And where did those plants come from? No one seems to remember when they were planted. And people like them a bit too much, if you ask me. Are we being invaded by houseplants? Worth looking into. What about these pictures? Someone dissecting a rat. Yeah, can't see it very well. People doing sciencey things. So, I do cancer research. That's like my actual job. And until somewhat recently, one of my good friends who knows what I do thought that I spent all day wearing a lab coat. And I know I'm not that kind of researcher. I do maths. So, it's the inside of a room. Here, get out of the way. Looking at a bed. It's kind of pervy. Synchronicity is a phenomenon long recognized by the wise, but only recently given a name by science. It's how we rationalize events connected by no identifiable causality, yet clearly conjoined in purpose. How does a dream foretell an event in the physical plane? Why do hounds bail at the death of their master, which has occurred miles away? The world is unified in ways we do not yet understand, and sometimes we stumble across these invisible, unseen chords and wonder at the result. The visionary Carl Jung laid the road, now we must walk it. Jung, I should say. My fledgling research department will make it our mission to reliably reproduce behavior by the close of 1959. Once done, the mechanics of synchronicity will lay themselves bare in due time. We are striding into the future of science. History may not remember our names, but God himself will. Interesting. By Theodore Ashe. Must have been Darling's predecessor. Don't mind me, guys. I'm just looking at the thing. I bet we could get up there if we jumped from up higher, perhaps. Or just fell a little bit. Darling's office. Dimensional research. I'm sorry. Danger, open pit, maze entrance. Okay, wait a minute. Before we go that way, I'm gonna go to Darling's office. That was cool. The physics on that rope? I thought I'd just go straight through it. Got some lore here. Astral plane counter-essay. Objects of power and their astral connections. Dr. Darling is insistent that certain objects of power share a direct connection to the board, an entity or group of entities that we have little information on, or little that I'm allowed to access. In his written reports, he states there is a clear link between these objects of powers, the board, the astral plane, and the oldest house itself. His work supposes those links are innate, a fact ingrained into the very essence of objects such as the hotline or the service weapon. But what if these particular objects were never linked to the board, but had that connection forced upon them? Isn't it strange that no other objects of power require such direct contact with the board? Isn't it strange that using the service weapon or the hotline will result in grievous harm or even death if the user is not the director, or at least worthy of the role? Why do we assume this involvement by the board is a natural fact, and not something more sinister? Fair point. What's this?
I've been fielding questions recently regarding HRAs.
He looks tired.
Do you always need to wear them? And what's the deal with the hadron resonance anyway? Fuck. Despite what you may have heard, HRAs are not monitoring devices. We're not tracking your movements or listening to your conversations while you're wearing them. We do that regardless whether or not you're wearing an HRA. Think of them as a life preserver. Only instead of water, the thing HRAs protect you from is classified. One day that classified, not water, might pour in, and you'll be glad you got an HRA keeping you afloat. And if you don't have an HRA, don't worry. It'll be quick and painless. Kidding. I'm kidding. We're making more.
He does not look happy. That was a good performance. I like it. He did that really well. Oh, it's that video right there. Here, stop it. Resonance. It's there, but we can't see it. It vibrates around us, through us, from us. But what if the vibration is conscious? What could a force like that do? Something opened the door to a something I've called something. The something emits a force that is far beyond the forces we've previously dealt with. It has shown me so much I have to wonder. Is resonance the key element in all altered phenomena? AWEs, altered items, objects of power, do they share a common something that we've yet to discover? We can harmonize control points. What else would the correct frequency allow us to achieve? What if resonance has been the answer this whole time? Dear Dr. Darling, I suspect my colleague Dr. Harrington has already contacted you, asking for an increase in her department's budget. I'm not surprised. Parapsychology has always been the squeaky wheel, all fuss but no results. Parakinesiology has always been the stronger department. More breakthroughs, more tangible data, more usable research. I'm sure a man of your esteem can plainly see which department is more deserving of the budget increase. Just think what those additional resources could do for an already formidable research team. Anyway, I know you're a fan of single malt, so I left a bottle of well-aged brown on your desk. By Lewis. Yours in admiration. Something going on there, perhaps? Is this important? It looks important. Maybe not yet. Let's keep it in mind. All these sticky notes. And cubes. All these cubes and things everywhere. Okay. You will stay on. More and more of these. Interesting. I wonder why. What's the deal with the cubes? Marshall's in parapsychology, it said. This is dimensional. I'm gonna go into dimensional though. We'll see what's there. No, I don't think we've found a control point here yet. Fire break. We've seen something like this.
Labyrinth. Can never pass through. Dimensional research. Every measure of security.
Is there a better version of that? Ashtray maze?
I'm averse to using objects of power. I don't want to lean on things I ultimately can't trust. But the ashtray and the cigarette, smoking there forever, have their uses. The ashtray maze they conjure is an impossibly changing labyrinth that no one but the binder, and those the binder invites, can ever pass through. The things we hid in dimensional research, the things Darling studies, the danger and the risk involved, call for every measure of security and protection I could bring to the table. The maze, hands down, is our strongest lock. I gave Darling and his chosen crew license to pass through the maze. Lately, I've started to think I should revoke that license.
Interesting. Now, we've seen a room like this before. With a thing going across, and it did not have a corresponding thing on the other side. Now, I'd assumed that that blacked out area, or grayed out area, were like large open areas that had just kind of jagged areas. But no, it looks like that's just meant to be that they don't have a common shape? Maybe? I'm curious if this is going to be like Chalice Dungeon-y. Ashtray maze. Oh. Well, I can't go back now. That was back where I came from, right? So it just kicked me out. Spin rate of fire boost. It just keeps, it's looping me back. What if we go this way again? It's gotta mean something with that turned paintings. No. There. No, no. Damn it. Try again. Okay, through the room with the chest. Or no. Okay. Now we can go this. No, but then we can't go forward. Now to the room with the chest. No? Okay, one more time. It'll alternate again. I'm thinking maybe there's like, you need to get like a key or something. You need to get your invitation. Let's get out of here. No. Alright, do we have to fight a bunch of dudes again? Nope, still clear. Alright. Curious noises. Dear Dr. Darling, I feel I must inform you of the very questionable documentation I am seeing from Underhill's desk. She clearly has no concept of what the mold is. She claims there are microorganisms responsible responsible for constructing the mold. Ridiculous. It's a rapidly growing fungus, not dissimilar to kudzu. She's fabricating complexity just to justify her absurd budget demands. Speaking of which, I find it interesting that an old friend of yours gets her budget approved with no questions asked. I wonder if the Operations Oversight Committee would be interested to learn of that. Yours in estimation. Okay, I hate this dude. Dr. Lewis? We got mold. I'm gonna leave. That door was technically open, but we'd have to get hurt to walk by it. More mold. This is the displacement thing? Here's the threshold. Cafeteria keeps going down that way. Major targets in the executive. We're not going there yet. We're going to continue this way. There's parapsychology. That's where Marshall is. Alright, we'll go this way.
She's in trouble. I need to reach her.
Non-controlled area. Okay, that was the threshold. I was worried about what the noise was. Bit of healing, please. Okay, we're good. What is with all these chambers? It does seem like it prioritizes grabbing the missiles. Like I was trying to grab something over here, and it grabbed a missile. It took longer. I think this was one of the chambers that they were looking at in the camera outside. Don't like that sound. Some crash dummies. That's someone alive. They actually captured one of the Hiss? Impressive. I love the architecture in here. That's normal. This feels like it should be a control point. Transcript of a call to the California State Emergency Services. Dispatcher. 911, what is your emergency? Hello? Hello, I'm here. Can you hear me? I can hear you, ma'am. Where are you? I'm inside the wires. I'm lost. Ma'am, have you been drinking tonight? I feel like I'm stretching through the wire towards you. Don't hang up. I might go if you hang up. Go where, ma'am? Go. Gone. Away. Okay, can you describe your surroundings? Unknown noise. Ma'am? Hello, ma'am? Dispatcher attempted to call the number back, but it was no longer in service. She's with the angels now. Astral exhibition. There was a way here also. No, there wasn't. This is a closed area.
The astral plane. Similar to an iceberg, what you see is not what you always get. This place is vitally important to the Bureau. Most information on the astral plane is classified, but we can talk in broad strokes, keeping in mind that these are staggeringly complex systems, and simplification does them no justice. Now, the white non-space, the ever-present inverted black pyramid, the board, all linked, intrinsically tied to the oldest house, tied to the director, the process of choosing a director, tied to all objects of power in terms of who controls them. Yes.
There's a man who knows he's lying. Alright. Random health boost. More launch efficiency. Maintenance. Hiss Rangers. Sure, we'll get that. That's level 4. I don't do headshots. Another Hiss Rangers. Kill Hiss Rangers using Shatter in the executive sector for our random level 3. Kill a Hiss Trooper in the maintenance sector. Only one, but it's only on level 2, so get rid of that. I don't even have a charge. Kill enemies in executive. I'll go this executive incursion Hiss Rangers using Shatter. Okay, and new weapon form. We have upgrades to spin and pierce. A charge shot that penetrates armor and enemies at any range. But we need more stuff. More intrusive patterns. I feel like we're not getting the stuff we need. Okay, so we have this, major targets in pneumatics. Let's go do that. I'm always happy to just do a random fight. It's nice and fun. Pneumatics, so right through here. Yeah, we need to get out of here. I'm trying to pull something, but it's not coming. Oh. I should have ran forward, and he dropped a bunch of health. But damn, those guys are tanky. And that was BS in the beginning, because I was saying grab something, and it was like trying to grab something through a wall or something, and it was never reaching me. Anyway. Irritating. Let's continue. That's just the control point. What is this? Some floaty thing? The Astral Exhibition was originally built for the astronauts to use as a training location, a place to grow accustomed to the sights and sounds of the astral plane before diving into the real thing. We could have done a better job with it, but someone was being stingy with the budget. Once we discovered the something, we decided to repurpose the space, similar to how zoos hope familiar surroundings will affect the well-being of their animals. We hope to observe the something's behavior in an environment similar to its home dimension. So far, it breaks everything we put in with it, but Rome wasn't built in a day. New naming conventions have been established for the astral entity now known as the Astral Spike. Outdated terms in this report have been redacted. Okay, so Spike. There's a thing. Just Darling's presentation of the astral plane, probably. Yeah. Look at this. Oh, I've seen these before. Yeah, that's where like we go talk to the board. That's the astral plane, I guess. That's cool.
I can't believe they keep that thing here.
Is it reacting to me? Hello? Don't kill me, please. Whoa! Okay, that's not a friendly thing. Can you come in here? I don't think so. I'm not quite sure what I'm supposed to be doing. Like, I think I have to contain it. But I'm not sure where. In here? Perhaps? Well, that didn't do it. No batteries. What's this do? Need another one of those, what's it? Another power thing somewhere. There it is. Okay. No, doesn't work. Now we got the power. I just need to get in the right spot. Come here. Looks good. All right,
What
contained.
was the Bureau doing with that thing?
Someone answer, damn it! We need backup down here.
Marshall, are you still there?
Shit. We're so close. We need to hurry.
I'm going. Oh, this looks like a... This doesn't look fun. Like, I see those guys sitting in the chairs. That was... okay. I thought it would grab the thing! Ah, how frustrating. I mean, I saw it coming, but no, it grabbed a random rock. Oh well. Hopefully that thing is still contained. And we can get back there pretty quick. I'm not happy with our shatter. We haven't been using that like at all in a while. Come on. We're in the same exact position. Okay. There's no passive health regain. That's part of the issue. I can't run away and get benefit from it. And this weapon is just not suitable for fighting at this range. Yeah, I saw you. At least they die fast, but those demolition experts are tricky. There we go. I need a better long range. Do you want to come down? were two. There we go. Oof. Okay. Okay. We got a control point right here.
If anyone is listening, we've encountered heavy resistance. We've fallen back to the North Department. All agents are ordered to converge here.
We'll talk to you in a moment. Anything on board countermeasures? Yeah, we got a few of these. Random weapon mod. We're making progress on this. We're not in the executive sector, and we're not using shatter, so I'm gonna get rid of that one. Kill enemies using launch is always great, because we do it all the time anyway. Kill elevated in the research using launch. Maybe, but it's a random. It's a bad material. Although I need more material. I'm getting a bunch of mods, but not the materials we need to construct pierce or upgrade spin. One more astral blip, and then we can get a new weapon. New research. Hiss cluster. Unique in that they are concentrated manifestations of Hiss resonance without the need of a host. We've seen those before. Hiss clusters are dense spherical compressions of Hiss resonance that serve support functions. The clusters are capable of replenishing Hiss hosts with infusions of resonance. This does not heal them, but rather seems to rejuvenate them, allowing them to endure more bodily harm than normally possible. The fact that Hiss makes an effort to preserve its corrupted hosts underlines a level of awareness and discretion that was previously just speculated on my part. Can this entity be considered an individual, or simply an extension of the Hiss as a whole? Capturing one alive would be quite interesting. Alright. Before we do that, there was all this stuff we've been running past. A new mission, too. Investigate the Xray Lightbox object of power. This report serves as an introductory guide to the astronaut program, including candidate requirements, training practices, and astral research procedures. Astronauts are chosen individuals who explore and document the astral plane by making physical contact with the Xray Lightbox. In the Hypnosis Lab, a section of the Parapsychology Division. Physical and psychological training is vital for the repeated transition between planes, known as dives. After each dive, astronauts must undergo a something session in the cognitive recording chairs to record their experience in the plane. Gathered data has conclusively proven that within the astral plane vary widely between astronauts. On rare occasions, these dives can result in losses, often occurring when teams encounter aggressive astral entities. So it's in the Hypnosis Labs. Okay. Hey, there's the astral blip we needed. Okay. Groupthink. This study extends the works of Irving Janis, Robert Barron, and others by proposing strong causal links between groupthink and the passive or active use of telepathy. To prove these connections, the Parapsychology Department carried out variations of Solomon Asch's original conformity experiments, using a telepathic individual as a subject. Extensive qualitative and quantitative data resulting from these experiments was then used to identify telepathic interference within the group. Further empirical findings suggest measures can be taken to safeguard against telepathic influence on behaviors by engaging in something. Rather boldly, this paper stands to revolutionize decades of groupthink theory and provide new directions for further experimentation on the mind, including manipulation of something and something. Paula Brandt is working on it. By order of Emily Pope, the research specialist? I guess, yeah, her boss is Darling. That makes sense. What are these sections of the brain doing around? There's like a model? Probably there was like a brain model right here. So Hypnosis Lab is down. There's a chest. Another astral blip. I wonder how many of those chests we've missed. Because I don't look up enough. Nadine, send this to research for analysis regarding my precognitive powers. Urgent! Dr. Darling, last night I had a dream. In the dream I was given the solution to a staffing problem I've been presented with just yesterday. The problem is of a confidential nature and must therefore remain unclarified here, but I can assure you the method through which I received this helpful information was undeniably paranatural. I can only draw conclusions that I possess exceptional precognitive abilities, and as such offer my services to the Bureau's research team. We must utilize my powers for the greater good. Oh, bless your heart. But I understand. I've been in that situation myself where I'm at home trying to sleep and thinking about staffing issues. When you dream about going to work, it's very, very, very sad. Why are you so red? So these are the astronauts? No, this is where they're having their brains recorded. Before using the recording devices, please ensure the following safety measures are met. Ensure the volunteer is securely fastened in the chair. Ensure the hood is placed over the volunteer's head. This will prevent the volunteer from taking in visual stimuli during the recording process, which can lower the quality of captured footage. This also prevents recording technicians from reviewing the volunteer's face, which undergoes muscle spasms during recording that some consider upsetting. Check if the volunteer is comfortable. Activate the recording apparatus. After recording is complete, check volunteer cognitive ability using the provided questionnaire. Do not be alarmed if the length of recorded footage exceeds the volunteer's period of unconsciousness. Astral dilation is a known issue. If any problems arise, contact your supervisor. Seems legit. So we haven't been that way. Sensory tank purpose. Darling here. Some of you were curious why I had those sensory deprivation tanks installed. I thought I'd shed some light on the subject. Maybe some of you have heard of Dr. Yoshimi Takui, the man behind the hugely popular guided imagery experience tapes. Apparently his tapes go beyond the normal meditative qualities of such things, but create genuine hallucinatory visions in some listeners. We brought these tanks in to test Dr. Takui's tapes for ourselves. Plus, there may be some stress-relieving uses for the staff down the road. I think we could all benefit from some time in a dark, enclosed space, don't you? If you have any questions, feel free to stop by my office. Bunch of closed doors. I can't really read it. flashcards for memory experiments. Not memory experiments. Trying to read people's minds. Dr. Yoshimi Takui, a Japanese citizen residing in Tokyo, has produced a series of guided imagery experience audio recordings that have gained notable popularity around the globe. Due to his unusual swift rise in fame, along with reports of vivid something accompanying the use of his tapes, investigations sector staff were asked to look into Dr. Takui's background. We found no past incident with an altered occurrence, nor any evidence of involvement with an altered organization. Now that interests me. Altered organizations. Do they mean like businesses that get infected with an object of power or something? Or do they mean other places like us? I don't know. We found no past incident with the altered occurrence. Oh, okay. However, agents that attended a signing event reported something when hearing him speak. We recommend the research team obtain an audio recording of Dr. Takui's voice and perform any and all relevant analyses. Based on the findings, the investigation sector will determine next steps regarding Dr. Takui, as well as his eligibility for Prime Candidate Program. Okay. Are these sensory deprivation? Is that what this is? This one's red, that one's green. Does it matter? Does that mean there's someone in this one? You see, this seems like there should be an audio recording. But there wasn't. Damage boost, launch efficiency. Those are both excellent. We'll have to check them out at some point. Alright, let's see if we can avoid having this area respawn. Looks good. Intrusive pattern. So here's the hypnosis lab over this way. That was unnerving. They're green for now.
I see it. Another object of power? They're just standing there, mesmerized by it.
Well, I have to say, I don't trust that they're gonna stay standing there. This looks like it should be open, but it's getting controlled, so it's blocked off. Or it's lacking control or something. Well, find a way into the room. It says open remotely. From what? Yeah. Busy. Oh. Okay. We've seen this before. I wish I could take a picture of it. We have to go all the way back up to Darling's office. I should have written it down. I guess I could have teleported. Oh well. We're probably closer to there by now anyway. Actually, this is the closest one to it. Because there wasn't one like in the front room. Alright. Well. That might be a bit of a mistake. Or there was a control point here, too. That I just never got? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I just went in a big circle. Oh well, never mind. We'll just progress with the quest.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Who is this?
My name is Jesse Faden. I'm coming to help.
Faden. Hold on. I'm setting the elevator for you. We need to talk.
You got that right.
Okay, I don't really want to go that way.
More of you? Really?
I'm not going down yet. I want to go back up to Darling's office. This is the cafeteria? No, I know where we are. Okay. So Darling's office is right up there. We still haven't been down that way yet. Just checking. Alright, so which one?
I've been fielding questions recently.
Oh, that didn't help. I was trying to zoom
You
in.
always need to wear them.
Did I miss this before?
What's the deal? What the heck?
The Bureau has spent years studying why objects of powers transport users into the astral plane when touched. My predecessor, Dr. Ash, theorized that a potential receptacle, determined by the Jungian archetypes and collective unconsciousness, would be inhabited by paranatural energies when an AWE occurred in its vicinity, creating an alternatum. Over time, a link was created by the board and the astral plane to that item, making it an object of power. So many additional theories have been raised since Dr. Ash's time. So Dr. Ash was Darling's predecessor? Objects of power were placed on Earth as tests by some astral entity. Our dimension was once part of the astral plane, and the objects were left behind as its borders receded. The astral plane was an early threshold into the oldest house, but the connection was severed, and now the two are linked solely through the objects of power. I will attempt to disprove some of these in order to thin the herd. Is it the one marked classified?
Despite what you may have heard,
Oh! That doesn't help.
HRAs are not modern.
Okay, wait a minute.
They're not
This one's staying up there.
listening to your conversations while you're wearing them. We do that regardless.
Are the ones that are
whether
circled...
you're wearing an HRA. Think of them as a life preserver.
Okay.
Only instead of water.
So,
the thing HRAs
I don't even know how to begin trying to remember this. So the left area is... Okay, outer left, inner bottom right,
You got an HRA keeping you afloat.
and the bottom left
And if you
is
don't have an HRA,
not closed,
don't worry. It'll be quick and painless.
I guess?
Kidding. I'm kidding.
But
We're making
I don't think that was the same one as over... That's same as that one. So is it in order? Okay, so left, outer left, inner right, open bottom left goes to open through the middle bottom, inner lower left. Outer left, inner right, open bottom. The terrible thing is I think there were two. There were two things you needed to check off. That's a control point, isn't it? Nope. It's a mold incursion. Never mind. I saw the lore. We'll deal with it some other time. Alright. It's not quite oriented the way I thought it was going to be. We have another control unit off to the right anyway. It was outer left, inner right, open below. So that's what that's right there. Like that. Right? Except for there was more lines. What if I just fill it up? You think I would have just stumbled across it by doing all that, but no. That's what I thought it was. Like that. Kinda. It really doesn't even look like the one in his office. Wait a minute. That wasn't what I meant to do. Is that what I'm supposed to be doing instead? Like, is this completely different? Okay. Let's just do that one. Like, I probably should have noticed that. There. Oh, I need to get the outsides. Okay. There. Okay. That was a waste of time. I apologize. I should have just looked right there. It was right in front of the screen.
Please state your name for the record. Paul Warren, astronaut, first class. And you are aware that exposure to the astral plane can result in death, disability, personal injury, corporeal untangling, cognitive collapse, loss of ego, and partial to full dementia?
Yeah. I am.
And you acknowledge that your use of the astral conduit, aka the Xray light box, is purely voluntary?
Yes, I do.
Perfect. Your suit is good?
Yeah.
Okay, you're all set. Open the door for Mr. Warren, please.
Use C's. What is C's? Don't know. They'll have to tell us it. I mean, there's gold dudes. Golden copy, NPC variation. Enemies at low health can be seized. Oh! It's dominate. Oh, wow, that's cool. Where's my goal? Ah. I like it. So all those guys were seized out there. Come on. There we go. I like how this keeps coming back. Alright, I'm going to stop here. New ability. I'm eager to give it a try. But we'll see that tomorrow. So thank you everyone for watching. Until next time.